okay? You're in here for 2 hours a day, and you know, along with the student of sport, Tom Brands, I listen to these guys. I listen to them. There's a lot of information you can pick up just by listening. You know, he said, you know, don't want to be a cookie cutter wrestler. Okay, that's good advice. Okay, cookie cutter wrestler just means you're just an average Joe. You're basically, and I don't want to mean it's offensive, you're kind of a nobody, all right? You just blend in with the crowd. Nobody wants to do that, okay? There's no reason for you to do that. There really isn't, okay? So, you know, be a little extraordinary. And in order to do that, you got to put in that little something extra, okay? The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little word extra. So that's why I'm saying you go on the internet, you buy a DVD, okay? Maybe you set down the modern warfare game or whatever you got for Christmas, and you start doing something that's going to be good for you, okay? Because it's your time, it's your success, it's your life. So sometimes just a message like that where somebody says, you know what, maybe you ought to spend a little less time here and a little more time here. Maybe the coach maybe said it 500,000 times, maybe your parents did too, but here's just another person, another source with that message that maybe it sticks, okay? Okay? All right, so, technically wise, what I want to do first off is just get you guys moving a little bit, and this is kind of how it's going to go. We do some technique. I try to throw in a lot of information that I think is going to make a difference in your wrestling career. Okay, so we do some technical things and we do some informational things, and between those two things, I'm hoping it's like a perfect blend that takes you from wherever it is you are now on your wrestling life to where you want to be. Okay, and while I'm here talking about some of these signs, you know, I asked your coach to make, and the girls make these, you know, 1 minute club, you know, man up, because sometimes we all need to be reminded, man up, when we're in this wrestling room, focus. You know, my guys, they walk in the wrestling room and they get this focus sign every time they go in, every time they go out. Okay, because I want them to remember, and I'm coaching little guys, you know, a lot of times, you know, I'm like a 3 through 8 guy. They need to be focused. And I don't care if you're 100 or you're 5, you need to be reminded to focus, okay? We, as a people, I think, have a hard time focusing, all right? So when you come in this wrestling room, the coach says, get her going, you know, and especially leaders and stuff, you guys do warm-ups, you know, and shows, and you know, whether you're busy, and some of you guys that have done some things and you know your way around, you know, you guys are the leaders here, okay? And you don't even have to be a good wrestler to be a leader, okay? You can contribute a heck of a lot, and realize that. Okay, you're all coaches. All you guys, you're all coaches to somebody, okay? And once you realize that and take that seriously, then not only are you a coach, but it helps you coach yourself, because then you hold yourself to a higher level. I found people who do a heck of a lot more for other people than they will for themselves. So when they know, and if they know, hey, I'm making a difference in this kid's life, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more hard on myself. I'm going to give it a little bit better of my effort, and I'm going to, you know, have a better attitude. That's what I found, okay, myself. We do not prepare for battle, prepare for victory. Anybody ever seen the movie 300? Okay, it's about Spartans, Spartan life and stuff. I kind of like that. It's these guys are bad. You know, I see you got some MMA things. You know, those MMA guys are obviously the toughest guys in the world, but these Spartan guys make these guys look like Girl Scouts. They really did. Okay, and they were tough. And I go, we don't prepare for battle. Anybody can prepare for battle. Prepare for victory. Okay, now that's a mindset. That's a mindset. Okay, because when you prepare for battle, there's a chance you might lose. But when you prepare for victory, you're only focused on one thing, and that's winning. Okay, and in order to be great at this sport, okay, in order to go from wherever it is now to where you want to be, you have to have that wrestling mentality. Okay, and I've seen a piece of information, a shred of information, take a kid who was mediocre at best to become a serious contender. Okay? And it's just a switch. It's just a switch in the kid's mentality. And then all of a sudden, man, he's going like gangbusters day in and day out. Why? Because he believes in himself now. He's got a reason. Okay? A lot of people, we as coaches get we're you know, guilty sometimes of not giving kids the reasons why. Well, keep your elbows in, kid. Well, yeah, but what's the reason? Why? Why should I do this? Why should I do that? And sometimes we get lazy and not telling you guys why. And you need to know why, okay? That's the most important part, okay? And we as adults, teachers, coaches, whatever, we get lazy in that, and that's our fault. We don't know how to speak to you, okay? So it comes down to a matter of communication. So I'm trying to communicate points to you to help you communicate with yourself. Because in the end, you're coaching yourself, okay? That's what it's all about. Nobody can make you do anything. I want you to be a great wrestler. I want you to contribute. I want your name on this wall. I'm gonna follow you guys, okay? All the teams that I work with, I follow them, I read, I'll get on the register and follow, okay? Because I like that. And now I feel like, okay, I'm gonna follow you guys. I'm kind of, in a way, an assistant coach, you know, if only for a day, but I'm gonna try to make an impact, and I want to, then I have a relationship, and then I want to keep that going, okay? That's important to me. So I don't just come in and leave and never think about you guys again, because then there's no point to me. Okay, that's the human element of it, which sometimes I think gets lost. Okay, all right, any questions on any of that? So become a student of sport. When you get done here today, go home, get out a piece of paper and a pen, maybe get a whole new notebook, say, man, you know, my new career, my wrestling, my life, my book, my career, my life, or I am, or cover it with I am the 2010 state champion. Okay, the reason I had asked your coach and your manager to put this stuff on here is because it works. Okay, the kids that I worked with win the state title, we practice twice a week. Okay, you know, twice a week is all we did for an hour, for 2 hours, and that's not a lot of time. Everybody else was practicing for like lots of time, and they know prayer against, you know, the prayers, and you know, those guys have been together forever. And what I did here, we did a lot of our work on the mentality of wrestling, a lot of the inspiration. We used notes, and we used goals, things like that. So if I'm a wrestler, what I have all my guys do, and I think it'd be the best use of your time, is write I am the 2010 state champion. Okay? Or you put that on your wall, you put it in your locker, you put it in your bathroom, you put a small version in your wallet, and I'm telling you, it'll remind you, it'll focus you on what you want to do. Because life is going to happen, okay? You can want to be a state champion, but you need to be reminded of it. So every time you wake up in the morning and you know you're going to brush your teeth, there it is, bam, you got this, you get this rush of this feeling, or this image that gets flashed on your brain that says, I am the state champion. And you move closer without doing nothing, okay? I like effortless evolvement. I like effortless improvement. That's what it is. You don't have to do anything. Looking at that sign is just like a 3-hour workout. Okay, but you don't have time for a 3-hour workout in the morning, okay? But you do have time to unconsciously glance at something. And I'm telling you, in no uncertain terms, that will help you immensely. And that's one of the secrets of world-class athletics. Okay? You read about not just wrestlers, but athletes, the people at the top of the game, they know how to use their brain. Okay? This $300 trillion piece of machinery inside your head. Nobody's using it. Okay? If you let that thing go to work for you, you can do anything you want. Okay? All right? Wrestling is small potatoes. Take it right now. Wrestling's a big thing on your screen. There's other things on your screen. Learn how to use it through wrestling. Give it a chance. Okay? I am the 2010 state champion. Let it fire up. If you're an artist and you do any type of artwork, I would accent it with that. If you can color it with your school colors, I would do that. Those things make all the difference in the world. Okay? So let them work for you. That's why we're there. Okay? So, what we're going to do here is partner up. I'm just going to watch you guys for about a minute or so. I want you to drill your stuff, your go-to stuff, your go-to stuff. Hit the stuff that you would hit in the state finals, okay? Things like that. Don't try to go 100 miles an hour. I want to see your form, your technique. I'm looking at footwork. I'm looking for some smaller things that you may or may not even know you're doing. And then I can kind of customize what I've got a program in which I hit, but I kind of try to make it applicable to exactly what you guys want, exactly what you guys need. Okay? So I'm going to say ready. We'll do a ready break. You guys get your guy, spread on out, just start hitting your stuff, just takedowns right now. Take it down, let it go, and then we'll get started. Okay? I say ready, say break. Ready! Go!